Welcome back to another episode of Security Skates. This is your host Paul, and on this episode we will be going over the skate park cleanup we did out at Monitor Skate Park in Watts, California. This was the first ever Security skate park cleanup, and it was a blast to team up with the City of Los Angeles Office of Community Beautification to get the tools we needed to get the skate park cleaned up. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it looked like when we got there. So when I first rolled up, there was already a local out there starting to sweep. He had brought his own broom. He was starting to clean, but I wanted to get a roll around of the park and show you guys some of the trash that was just out and about, some of the leaves and debris that was inside of the park and inside of the bowls and stuff like that. Plenty of trash over here. See that there? Just little pieces of trash and debris all scattered all over the park. There's all these leaves kind of in the way right here. See along the fence. Got some stuff there, some lithium batteries or something like that. Just a bunch of trash. This park was definitely ready for a cleanup, and it was a pleasure to get out there this morning and get started. So we went ahead and set up in this corner where this water puddle is. We were able to get the table up, got the drinks out, got some snacks going, got the gloves, masks, trash bags, all the tools needed, got our sign out saying the skate park cleanup volunteers check in here, and it was on. We were open for business. So there was the one local at the park, and there was already somebody out there cleaning up, kind of sweeping up a little bit, and I let him know that I had some tools, trash bags, stuff for him to use. So he went ahead and started using that. Big shout out to the locals out there. They just wanted to get the park cleaned up. So we were just getting started on our 4-hour cleanup here at Monitor Skate Park at Watts Serenity Park, and it was a pleasure to just connect with some of the people that were coming through and let them know what we were about, what we were doing. We had already linked up with a local that was cleaning there, and then a skate mom who goes by Aqua came through and wanted to help out as well. So she started cleaning up on her side where she was set up. See her going there. A lot of love, a lot of work. It was so cool to see that people just wanted to help out and get involved. I got started over here in this area, cleaned up some of this trash that was around the puddle. I gotta say it was a bit of a challenge to get some of the smaller pieces because this park has wood chips in the area where the plants are. So some of the trash and debris have been kind of like grounded or like buried into the wood chips, but I was able to pick up all the big pieces that I could see and started to get the cleanup going on this side. See everybody putting in work. Park was starting to come along, get a lot better. Got some of those leaves up out of there, out of the bowl. Wanted to get some of this trash up, some of the trash bags. At this point, we were about a half hour in and the park was starting to look really good, and we already had a full bag of trash that we had cleaned up from around the park, but we still had some work to do. So I grabbed the shovel and I started picking up some of the little piles that were over here in this transition area, just getting up some of the leaves, trying to make sure that there were no rocks or anything hanging around that we could skid on and fall on. So I wanted to get all this stuff picked up over here on this side too. It was also brought to my attention that there is a plant that hangs over the 5-stair that kind of gets in the way and lets people kind of not skate. So I was definitely going to put in some work on that and get some of those branches removed. But I sped up the video here so that you can see that we were just sweeping and cleaning up the area. Again, a big shout out to Aqua. She started helping out a lot, putting in a lot of work at the park on this day. Shout out to all the volunteers, all the locals that came through and just wanted to clean up and do some work. It was a lot of leaves, honestly, but there was also trash in there too. And just like little bottle caps and batteries and stuff like that. So it was cool to get it all swept up and thrown away into a bag picked up. The weather was definitely on our side this day. It was a cloudy day, the sun wasn't out, so it was cool and it wasn't too hot, so it was perfect weather for a cleanup, and we got out there early, so it was still nice and cool from the night before. You know, I honestly had a lot of fun putting on gloves and just getting dirty and getting work done here at Monitor Skate Park. There is a skate vigil here at this park, and I wanted to be sure to be real respectful of this area and just clean up around it and not mess with it too much at all. Make sure it wasn't disturbed too much. Also, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't throwing anything away that might have belonged to it. So there was like a little doll figure there, and I made sure went back over there. And there was a skate wheel there that I made sure wasn't thrown away as well. Got back on there. But I did pick up all the other trash from around the area. Made sure they got put in a bag and thrown away. But yeah, this is a skate vigil for the big homie. Found out about this big homie a little bit from the local Aqua. Dude was real cool. Glad to see that skateboarders are respecting each other, showing love like that. It's always awesome to see. Shout out to the big homie. Cleaned up around the vigil. At this point, we had gotten a lot of work done and the park was coming along really good. It was just going to need some fine tuning at this point. We're going to do a quick roll around so you guys can see how much better the park looks. No trash or leaves, no debris inside of the bowls. Got all this trash picked up from the bushes over here along this end. The local aqua got this area cleaned up, got all this swept up and put into a trash bag. The other local was able to get inside of the transition area and get some of that cleaned up. There's Aqua's son. We went ahead and hooked him up with a helmet because he needed a helmet for rolling around the park. So there is a gate that separates the skate park from the rest of the park and the playground. I wanted to make sure that I got some of those leaves swept up from there, but the park was looking really good already. But here's some of those leaves I was just talking about, some more trash and debris that just kind of builds up there along the gate. So I got the broom, went ahead and got that, pushed it all over, got it picked up. Thrown away into the fresh bag. This is the after of that gate. Looks a lot better. And the park was looking really good now. Put in some work, everything was all swept up. I figured it was time to get started on that plant by the 5 stair. There goes Aqua, watch out. Good times out here at Monitor. But yeah, she was helping out a lot with us. Got a lot of stuff cleaned up. But again, I picked up these shears, started getting some of these branches clipped up, thrown away. This part was really fun, but it took a little bit more work. Right when I started this, a couple of girls from the Concrete Queens pulled up. Super cool to see Audrey out there. She gets a lot of great work done with Concrete Queens. Be sure to give them a follow on Instagram. Check out what they're doing. So we're getting back over to these bushes and getting some of these branches trimmed up. We are going to go through this section at double speed, but I really wanted to get up there and make sure that the whole 5 stair was clear of all these branches that were just kind of clogging them up. Little backstory on this bush, I found out from some of the locals that the city would often maintain this park. A while back, they would come through, make sure everything was trimmed up, cleaned up, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but I would love to get over to District 15 and find out what's going on with it. But here I am up there. It was so dusty up there, and there were like ants falling on me and stuff, but it was just felt so good to know that this was getting the work done that was going to get the 5 stair cleared up. I tried to make sure to get as much of it trimmed away as I could and make sure that it was all open and get everything clear so that people could bust down that 5 stair. Again, that was brought to my attention, so I wanted to make sure that that was something that got taken care of and squared away. Big shout out to Aqua. She was putting in a lot of work with me, helping me get a lot of that stuff cleaned up, just ready to help. She was one of the first 3 volunteers there when I got there at the park, so I did hook her up with one of my shirts. She got the pink V-neck going on right now. She had her son rolling around out there. Good times. So I got most of this stuff cleared away, but we still had some more of it to get picked up and swept up. Wanted to get the 5 stair cleaned as well. So there I am with the broom, getting everything brushed off, picked up, put away. Make sure there was no leaves or rocks left over. That way everybody can land their tricks and roll away. Got it all picked up. Voila. It was clear. So that'll probably be clear for the next few months before it's got to be done again. But it was really nice to pay attention to that and get that squared away. At this point, we had about 4 bags of trash. Everything was coming along, and everybody was starting to skate and have some fun, enjoying the snacks and drinks. Monitor was looking really good now, but I noticed over here that there was still some plants hanging in the walkway, or the rollway I should say, over near the mini bowl. So I wanted to make sure I paid attention to those, got those cleared up, so that was clear to roll by. Now we had the trash all bagged up, had some bags going. Felt really good to get Monitor Skate Park cleaned up in this manner. Everything was looking a lot better and squared away. Shout out to everybody who had come through to help clean up the park and have some fun. Everybody was starting to skate around, enjoy the skate jam section. I wanted to go out and survey the actual park to see how much trash was out hanging around. So we're going to get this roll around going of Watts Serenity Park real quick. That is the park attached to Monitor Skate Park. Got some trash over here. Got the playground right there. Honestly, Watts Serenity Park was looking pretty good. There was a little bit of trash in some areas, but for the most part, there was not really a lot of litter here. So shout out to the neighborhood and the area They are keeping this park clean for the most part. It is awesome to see that there was not too much litter out here and there weren't any homeless encampments or people living in the park. For the most part, it was pretty clean. It just needed a little bit of TLC, some special detail cleaning in the areas that needed some special detail cleaning. One of those was over here, the back bench area. See some of the trash, stuff like that. Got some stuff under the tables. I was still rolling around. Want to show you guys the rest of the park, how clean it actually was. It's really not too bad. Not a lot of trash hanging out. There's a lot of like leaves and wood chips and plant debris, but there's not a lot of trash out there. It was really cool to see. Got the workout area right here. Got the other end of the playground. Got this stuff here. Got some benches over by the swings. There's this plant in the way of the walkway. So after surveying the rest of the park, I had decided that I wanted to let the skaters skate and let them have their skate jam sesh, and I would just go through the park on my own and pick up some of the trash and debris that I had noticed. So I made my way back into Monitor Skate Park, ain't she beautiful? And made my way over to the table and got the trash can and some gloves and wanted to roll around through the rest of the park and pick up some of the trash. This part was honestly pretty fun. It was kind of like treasure hunting. Hey, Pacifico, I don't drink, but if I do, it wouldn't be Pacifico, just saying. Got some of that picked up. Some more trash. Actually, that's a rock. Yeah, I thought it was trash. That was a rock. So we're going to go over here on the side of the playground. I think next time I do my next cleanup, I'll have some grabbers, like some extended little arm grabbers, so that we don't have to bend over and pick up trash in this manner. But this is the back bench area where there is some more stuff. Just a bunch of trash stuffed away, thrown on the ground. Make sure it went in the trash can. More trash here. Got it all picked up. This is a total POV of just picking up the trash, putting it in the trash can. Hey, again, here we go. I don't drink, but if I do, it wouldn't be Miller High Life. So yeah, we had a lot more trash out here, just cleaning it up, getting it picked up in the trash can, just little pieces. See some trash here, some bottles, some New Amsterdam. Golly. Some more trash over here. Got some papers, some ads. Get that squared away. Got some cups. Some more New Amsterdam. Some more trash. Super thankful for the gloves provided by the Office of Community Beautification, because I wanted to make sure that at least I wasn't touching all this dirty stuff with my bare hands. Got some more trash here. More trash here. Hey, wrap chips. There we go. Got that picked up. Got some more trash over here. Got it all squared away. So made our way back over here to the bench area. Got some of this trash picked up. Again, I am going to get some grabber arms, some arm grabbers for next time. That way I'm not bending over and picking this stuff up with my hands. Hey, this next part, hey guys, don't do this stuff, yo. Skate instead of doing that. Says stuff is trash. Anyways, got some more trash over here picked up. Got some recyclables. Got some more trash. Got some more trash. There was, like I said, there was just a lot of trash around the park, just like trash debris. But honestly, for the most part, the park was pretty clean. Like the playground was clean. There wasn't trash hanging around there. It was just certain areas that had a lot of stuff hanging out. That was a good handful right there. Got that thrown away. There we go again. I don't drink, but if I did, it wouldn't be Old English. I mean, when I was younger, you know. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it. So there's some more trash here. Gonna get that picked up, thrown away. There was a pillow. I honestly thought about taking back to the skate park, but I was like, nah, we'll just put it back into where it belongs, the trash. Hey, what's in the lote? There you go. Shout out to all the eloteros out there. Got some more trash. Got some more trash. Gonna make our way back over here. There was this straw. This was by the playground. Over here, back behind the bench, there was this metal rod. Got that picked up. making our way back over to the front of the park. It's just a couple more pieces. Got that picked up. So at that point, I could say that the park was ready for more gardening than picking up of trash, but we still had some more pieces. Oh, there's some more of those lithium batteries that were hanging out in the park when we first got there. Those things are dangerous. Got everything picked up, squared away, rolled it back on over here, get back into the park, get it all set up. So that pretty much concluded the park cleanup of Watts Serenity Park. Got that stuff back up to our table. Had quite a few bags of trash now. Got all this stuff squared away. Was feeling really good with the park cleanup at this point. Everything was looking a lot better than when we first got there. There were still some areas out in Watts Serenity Park that could have used some sweeping, so I wanted to make sure I got back over there and got some of that stuff swept up off of the ground. Just some more trash that was thrown around in the walkway, stuff like that. Wanted to make sure I cleaned up from under these benches because there was a lot of trash and debris under these benches. So went back over there with the broom and the shovel and made sure that we got that squared away. Here is the after. Got that stuff picked up. There it is there. Got it thrown away where it belongs. So at this point we were about 3 hours in, and I wanted to get my skate jam portion of the skate park cleanup started. We had our bags of trash, the snacks and water were still out. We were all enjoying ourselves. So I made sure that I was able to hop on my board and at least get some pushes in, catch a little sesh real quick. A lot of fun. It's one of the routes I usually take. Roll right into that bowl, catch the corners, pump around those corners real quick, get some super speed. Come back over here, catch the hip, go over the little hump, go back to the starting point. A lot of fun. I was really happy with how the skate park cleanup turned out. Shout out to all the locals. Shout out to Concrete Queens for coming through, having fun. A few more locals started showing up later on in the day. Super cool to connect with them, find out what was going on. At the end of the cleanup, we had about 4 bags of trash full that needed to be disposed of properly. So I wanted to show you guys how I made that happen as well. So here we have some of the bags that we're going to start showing you here. We got these 4 bags here that were built up. All this stuff here. So I was able to stuff 3 of these bags into my Honda Civic and make sure that they were disposed of properly. Get them back to my residence and make sure that they were thrown into a dumpster that was going to be picked up later on in the week. Unfortunately, I just ran out of space, so I did have to stuff one of the bags into a trash can there at Watts Serenity Park, but that trash can still was not full after I did that. Here is me disposing of the trash bags that I was able to transport back to my residence. Get that squared away. So I am going to give you guys one more roll around of Monitor Skate Park at Watts Serenity Park, and this is after the cleanup, after everybody had left and we were all done. There is the open 5 stair. No more branches hanging over it. There is the skate visual for the big homie. Shout out to the big homie. There is the puddle that was still there. Have some draining issues, but check this out, guys. It looks so much better. So I was able to talk to some of the locals out here at Monitor, and I found out that Monitor Skate Park does have some issues with it. So in an effort to provide skate park advocacy to Monitor Skate Park, I'm going to try and get over to District 15 and talk to them and the City Council and find out what's going on with it, so that I can just be an advocate for Monitor Skate Park. So Monitor locals, if you're watching this video and you hear this section of this video, hit me up, man. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on with your park, y'all. I'm going to get over to the City Council and find out what's going on. Find out if we can get some more work done here at this park for you guys. Maybe you guys can volunteer, get some of this stuff done yourselves. Let's get it going. I want to take this time of the video to give a big thank you to the Office of Community Beautification over at the City of Los Angeles. I could not have gotten this kind of work done here at Monitor Skate Park without your assistance. Big shout out to you guys. Awesome work you guys are doing. Can't wait to do some more. If you are not following Security Skates on Instagram, you are doing it wrong. Check out Security Skates at security_skates on Instagram to keep up with all our next skate meets and cleanups. The next cleanup will be at Wilmington Skate Park in Wilmington. As well, you can head over to www.securityskates.com to get some more information on why we do what we do. Security Skates Productions is a skater-owned independent enterprise and skate parks advocate. This has been your host, Paul, for Security Skates Productions, signing off. Happy skateboarding, y'all.